What we saying, guys? Exalted here, and we are back with Avatar Legends. The game has finally come out, Avatar Legends, the fighting game, and today we're just going to do a quick primer on the Firelord Ozai. As always, please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Alright, so since this is a primer, we're just going to quickly look at Ozai as a character, and then we'll go into the supports a bit later on. So if we look at the character, when it comes to his normals, he has very good normals. So this is his 5A, 6 frames, right? 6 frames minus 4. His 2A minus 2, 8 frames. Good range on his 5B, right? Minus 3. That's his 5C. And this is the money move, right? His 2C hits from quite far out. Look at this. Absolutely ridiculous move. Insane. Ozai can flow forwards and backwards, so by holding 4 and 6A, or sorry, 4 and 6 flow, he can just do that, right? He is quite fast. With this particular support, he has 8-way movement, which will be good for mix-ups. And his air normals, they're quite good. Right, it seems like this particular support is just focused on movement, right? Movement and speed. Okay. Very good normals in the air. I'd say he has good moves for anti-airing as well. If you do his 236B, that looks like a good move to anti-air. Also his 2B, we'll see in a moment that is very good for anti-air as well. So Ozai, in just at a glance, he seems like a character that's like, he has many different ways to get in, especially if you're using this particular support. Okay, in the air he has this, right? He has a projectile in the air. You can tag me it to get closer to the ground. So that's his J236A. His J236B is this move. Now if you do his JB into this, you know, you can get a double overhead. So let's get Zuko to block low. Right, that could be quite strong for mix-ups later on down the line. Now, he's got his air projectile. He's got this, right, if you get in as a double overhead. And he's plus. Then he has a lariat, so that's his 236C. Right, it's minus 8 no matter where you hit it from. The good thing about this move is if you do your flow after you use this move, you can boost it. It's much faster. Right? And on hits, apparently it swaps sides. So that's if we do it normally. And you can see he swaps sides on hit. So Ozai, at a glance, he seems like a very powerful character, especially with this support. Alright, he's got good moves. Good air normals. Right, if on block, for example, you can cancel your normals with flow. So it could be good to set up with punishes. But let's get Zuko to do something real quick. Right, let's see. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Just being able to catch your opponent away from where you actually are just by cancelling it, right? So it sets up like a little bit of a mind game. If you whiff punish someone like this, right? Next time you do something like this, they may not want to press because the last time you did it, you punished them. So I feel like Ozai could be a character that really relies on conditioning, especially with the fact that you can cancel these, right, his normals, with flow. So from what we've seen briefly, Sozin seems like the support you'd want to use if you want to be quite fast with Ozai. Right, if you want to use Ozai to whiz about in neutral to catch your opponent unawares and clip them with moves, definitely look at Sozin. With the Imperial Firebender, like we said before, he has a bit more health. He's not got 900 like Sozin, he has 1000 now. He doesn't have the 8-way air dash, he can only just do it forwards and backwards in the air, right? He can't use the diagonals, but he does have this.
You will learn.
He has a command grab.
You will learn.
Right? He even has an EX command grab,
You will learn.
which changes things. So this seems like the more balanced version of Ozai, right? You still have good movement to a degree, but if you want to play a different game,
You will learn.
then you can definitely use the Imperial Firebender.
You will learn respect.
Now Ozai also has this move.
Be gone.
This is his 236B.
Be gone.
Okay, now Sozin can't charge this move. This move can actually be charged by the Imperial Firebender support and with Admiral Zhao. So all you have to do is do 236B, hold it down,
Be gone.
and release it, and Ozai does that fire kick like this.
Be gone.
Now you're thinking, how would this be useful in neutral? Well, let's say you have a bit of time to charge it. Once you see that flash, you can quickly press another attack button, whether it's A, B or C, to cancel it. So the next time you actually do the 236B,
Be gone.
it automatically just comes out, right? So all you'd have to do is just quickly, once you see the flash, just press an attack button, you stop charging it, and then the next time you're doing a string, maybe later on in the game,
Be gone.
you can just use the move like that. On hit, it gives a wall splat.
Be gone.
Which is quite insane. With Admiral Zhao, Ozai now has the ability to do his air command grab. But like we said, it's not always, you know, all these different supports have their benefits. They have their strengths and weaknesses. When it comes to movement in the air, Ozai is quite limited in this form. He has more health. This is what I like to call grappler Ozai, right? If you're trying to play a grappler character, this is the one. He has ground command grabs and he has air grabs, right? He also can charge that move as well, but he's limited with his movement. Okay, one thing he does have with this though, his EX grab has guard point here. Let's get Zuko to block.
You will learn.
Now if you're wondering how I got so high with Ozai, that's because in this form, what Ozai can do is, once he grabs you, you can use your flow to boost him in the air and on the way down. So once you grab them,
You will learn.
you want to press flow, up flow, and then down flow whilst in the air to go up and down.
You will learn.
Now when you do that, he does more damage. So pay attention. If I do a normal command grab,
You will learn.
it does around 180. But if I boost it with flow,
You will learn.
he can do 320. So this is the grappler Ozai, I'd like to call it. So all of the different supports have their strengths and weaknesses. So I would advise you to find one that you can tailor to how you'd like to play the character. Oh yeah, before I forget, Ozai has a counter. Right, you do 236A.
Why wait?
After you do an attack, if your opponent hits you, then it will counter it.
You're
Right, so it counters and then just does his normal grab.
You will learn respect.
One thing I'd say is try and buffer it as soon as you can after you finish doing your string, so it comes out immediately.
I'm waiting.
Okay, now so let's look at his supers. All versions of Ozai has this super.
The Phoenix King rises.
Okay, but only Sozin and the Imperial Firebender have an air super. Admiral Zhao does not have the air super.
I have all the power in the world.
Right? So that's what I'm trying to say. In regards to health, you have more options. The less health Ozai has, the more options he has with certain things. He has better movement and he has better ways to deal with the opponents in terms of,
I have all the power in the world.
right, he has all the power in the world. He can do his air super, very strong, right? So I feel like this is just trying to offset the fact that he has less health by giving him more ways to deal with the opponent. Now all versions of Ozai also have his 7 chakra super.
My fire will destroy everything.
Okay, you can move around while you do it. I think it does a lot on chip. I think it does a lot of chip on block.
My fire will destroy everything.
Right, it does a decent amount of chip. Let's turn that off. And yeah, I think on here, what you can do is you can combo after this. You can combo after his super. Mid-screen.
My fire will destroy everything.
Right, so that's very, very good. I don't think many characters have a super that you can combo after, so that's quite strong for Ozai. When it comes to Ozai's lightning, right, he has an insane move, you know, it looks exactly like it does in the show. If you're close to them and they are blocking, I think the first part of it, they might block. Because I think it would be too cheap if you could just, you know, go into a string and then quickly just do this and get them. You can charge it. And you can hit them like that. In the air, you can charge and hold it down, but if you're just on top of them, you see it kind of has this pull towards them. If they're not blocking, you can do something like this. This actually combos. I can do it right. There we go. So if you time it properly, you can actually combo from this in the air if they're not blocking. Just like that. Ozai also has a very unique interaction with Zuko. You saw, if you grab Zuko, you take half of his flow immediately. Probably due to the PTSD of him being burnt in the Agni Cap. Now, if you grab Zuko twice in quick succession like you just saw, you put him into burnout. Right, Zuko's in an unbalanced state. This is quite cheap against Zuko mains. He does gain redemption meter because of this. But yeah, this is a very, very cool interaction. That's it for the Ozai Primer, guys. I just wanted to quickly make a guide on how I feel the character will play. I'm not even into 2 hours of labbing the game yet, so there's a lot of stuff missing, but I will do a more in-depth guide the more I get to learn about the character. As always, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.